It's painful.
Just
I'm
shave
sure.
it.
Yeah. Ugh, no, that's the problem. You can't get into
Can't
it.
shave.
You gotta pop that.
Just grow your hair out. No one cares anymore. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's gonna be okay, bud. I am Ben Kissel at Ben Kissel1, joined by Jerry Akito.
Hello.
At Miss_Jerry, that's Jerii, and Kyle Plouffe.
Hello.
At Kyle Plouffe. Thank you all so much for listening. Another fantastic week. 5 days, no alcohol for Benny Boy. Feeling good.
Woo, woo. Yeah.
Full of weed. Full of weed.
Gotta do it.
And I've got to figure out how to play Madden without a couple of beers because I'm not doing as well as you might think. All right. If you want to watch live, go to the Patreon, patreon.com/diebud. Also, shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com. We have a bunch of AI stories to get to and a couple of science, former fiction stories that are now science fact for your Friday. So you have something to rant and rave about with your family this weekend.
Yes.
But first, let's start with an email. This comes in from Mike. So we told a story about how somebody's sandwich was getting all finger poked.
My
Yeah.
sandwich. Yeah.
They were messing with the sandwich, right?
Right.
In a workplace. So then he said, you keep on messing with my sandwich, I'm going to mess with your toolbox.
Right.
Yes. So apparently, this is not that uncommon. Mike writes, first of all, thank you so much for the kind words up top.
Yep.
He says, I'm an electrician in Massachusetts.
Oh.
Yes, indeed, where Kyle's from.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you know Mike has criminals in his family.
Yes.
probably.
I'm an electrician in Massachusetts, and one of the guys we were working with was a total asshole in Massachusetts.
Shocker.
What? I doubt it.
That's so weird.
Sounds about right.
And made everyone's jobs more difficult than they had to be. He wasn't very popular.
Oh.
One day, someone, air quotes, definitely not me, decided to go up in a 40-foot scissor lift. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Arts and crafts. Let's go.
Arts and crafts. Yeah, I've seen that video before. Decided to go up in a 40-foot scissor lift and attach his tool bag to the ceiling with screws.
Oh, that's
wow.
hilarious.
That's what they lift Subarus with, the scissor lift.
Oh, very nice. I like that.
It's good.
His bag was attached upside down and the tools were carefully placed back inside and sealed in. If watching him look for the tools wasn't funny enough, watching him open the bag and have all of his tools fall on him
Oh my
while he tried
God.
to detach it from the ceiling definitely was. No one was hurt except for his pride. Thank you so much.
Well,
the message.
that part does sound a little dangerous. You could have knocked him out a little bit on the way down. It sounds heavy.
Yeah, I
Heavy
don't think.
things falling on his head. Ow.
Yeah, but it's also. It's a cartoony world that we live in, and it is funny if someone has a wrench fall on their head, and then
It
they
is.
get that big bubble, and then they got to push it down, and the bubble comes out of another spot of their body.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You know how it works.
obviously that is exactly how it works.
I mean, that's what I would tell the judge if I ever got arrested for walloping someone with a wrench.
Yeah.
So you're taking the Looney Tunes defense?
I mean, hell, they showed
Yeah.
that stupid ass movie. What movie did they show in the courtroom of that one case?
Oh, yeah, the Jurassic Park.
Yeah, they
scene?
showed Jurassic Park. They show fucking Looney Tunes and be like, Your Honor,
Your Honor, duh.
I rest my case.
Your Honor. They say my defense is a little goofy, but let's take a look. All right. Let's get to our first story. So it's Easter weekend.
It is Easter weekend. Isn't
Yes.
it Good Friday?
It's Good Friday
It's a
today.
great
That is
Friday.
good.
And
it's
what-
a great Friday.
What a great Friday it is. So much fun. Well, not for this child.
No?
A 7-year-old boy has died
Oh my God.
after a jealous ex-girlfriend poisoned Easter eggs and sent them to her former boyfriend's new family.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
That's what I'm saying. Her name is Jerry. What's her name?
Her name is Jordilia Pereira Barbosa.
Yes, 35 years old. She was arrested in Brazil
Wow.
on suspicion after officials claimed she spiked chocolate Easter eggs in a motivated attack. The motivation, revenge
oh
and
my.
jealousy.
Okay, this makes more
God.
sense because when you were originally talking about this story, I thought it was like a 7-year-old girl who was like,
You thought it was the 7-year-old?
that was like, I'm
ex?
going to get this kid back.
You thought it was.
No!
You thought a 7-year-old woman cannot be scorned.
7-year-old woman, yes.
No, it's this beautiful little kid, Luis Fernando Rocha Silva. He died at 7 years old.
That's crazy.
Yes, he's just
my
super
God,
cute.
That's so sad.
The eggs were delivered on Wednesday to her ex-boyfriend's new partner, Miriam Lira. They shared them with the kids, obviously, because they're chocolate Easter
They're
eggs.
chocolate Easter eggs. You're supposed to eat them with your family.
What kind of couple would be like, nah, I'm not going to give these to the kids.
Right.
Thanks for the chocolate Easter eggs. These are all ours.
Yeah.
A motorbike courier reportedly turned up with the tainted treats along with a note. What did the note say?
What did the note say?
With love to Miriam Lira. Happy Easter.
From her? Did it say from her name?
It didn't say her name.
Oh, wow.
Because I think if it did say her name, she'd be like, we're not drinking. We're not
eating this. This is from that crazy bitch. Your ex is sending us shit again.
Yes. So then their son, Luis, he ate it. He reportedly fell ill immediately.
Oh, my God.
He was rushed to the hospital and the boy died.
Oh.
So, Jesus, didn't he rise after 3 days? So we'll give it a couple of, that would be tomorrow.
Seriously?
No,
Him and Virginia Gouffre.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only two.
That's really sad, though. That's crazy. Yeah, she should throw her away.
Throw her away. So her 13-year-old daughter, that's the new girlfriend's 13-year-old daughter, she also became sick, and she is in critical condition right now.
Oh, my God.
The bereaved mom reportedly received an anonymous call after the delivery asking if the package had arrived.
Wow.
Had arrived. So samples of the chocolate were sent off to a forensic toxic lab. Cops arrested Jordila as she took a bus to her hometown Santa Ynez after staying in a hotel 200 miles away.
Oh, so she knew what she was fucking doing.
From the victim.
Yeah, she's got her sunglasses on in disguise buying the eggs here.
Yeah, seriously. Is that a wig? Is that a really bad wig?
Oh, my God. Police reportedly found receipts and spoke to her ex-partner, Jordilia's ex-partner, which led them to believe that she was indeed involved in this attack.
That's all the contents of her purse, isn't it?
That's a lot in her purse. Holy hell.
There's a knife, there's scissors.
Yeah, there's girls' purses, they're like black holes of like everything we might ever need in case we have to run away at all times for some
I think
reason.
Mary Poppins was exaggerating a bit,
Yeah.
but
I mean, you see this little tiny wallet I run around with. It has pretty much the exact same contents, minus the poison.
She's got halls.
Yeah.
Lozenges.
I have
case-
I have Tums.
you get a sore throat or a sore tummy.
Yeah. And she has highlighters in case you need to highlight anything.
Yeah,
A brush, a comb.
sure. Well, it's a lot of stuff in her purse.
Lots of stuff. I mean, it's a large purse. I could totally see. She could definitely have fit an iPad in there.
Yeah.
I think she's going low for how much she did.
Well, she fit a bunch of poison in there.
Yeah, she did.
So the cops showed the CCTV footage of her buying the Easter eggs while disguised in a black wig and dark sunglasses.
Terrible wig.
Yes.
Con amor para Miriam. How dare you?
Oh, it did say her name then.
Wow.
And they still ate it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, this is the new girlfriend's name.
Oh.
She doesn't sign it with her actual murder name.
Jordelia reportedly confessed to buying the chocolate in a statement with the police, but denied loading it with poison. But authorities are like, we have a bunch of evidence. It's probably you.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
The authorities say,
What a whore, Delia.
the authorities say the evidence suggests, based on several points investigated, that the crime was motivated by revenge and jealousy, given that the author's ex-husband is the current partner or boyfriend of the new victim who was poisoned along with her 2 children. Oh my God. So now you just have to do background checks on your partner's exes to make sure you're not going to get killed.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
pretty
Belle Biv DeVoe told us, never trust a big butt and a smile. Poison.
Wow,
Oh,
really?
is that
Yeah.
what that song's about?
Yeah.
Oh.
That girl is poison.
And then he says, never trust a girl with a big butt and a nice smile?
Never trust a girl with a big butt and a smile.
Well, so they're supposed to
He just
frown.
changed his voice about it. He said the exact same thing.
They're supposed to frown.
Yeah.
The cops say there are several indications that clearly point to this woman being the perpetrator of the crime. The police will continue working to strengthen this evidence and present her to the judiciary to answer for this barbaric crime.
Wow.
Yep, investigators say they have seized 2 wigs, receipts, cards, scissors, a saw knife, and then apparently drugs.
Wow.
So maybe she was all high up. Yeah, and then they're going to do an autopsy on this poor boy's body and figure out what happened with the poison. Anyway,
he's just a young kid, so he obviously ate the most.
Of course.
Everybody else just got a little tummy ache.
He has the smallest, frailest body to take it all in.
Yeah,
This
poor
is bad.
kid.
Rest in peace. That's crazy. That's so devastating.
But it is something to remember for all those people to be like, death by chocolate. Well, that's what happened to Louise, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And now are you going to keep on saying that when you have your chocolate cake and you're all happy and fat and then you take a liquid dump because you're like Jerry and you can't handle it?
Hey, it's vegan. It's a vegan milkshake I have here. It's not. Okay, you know what, guys?
Well, this boy died the way that so many Kathy readers died.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad?
It is
R.I.P.
sad.
young boy. You didn't
Yeah.
deserve that. And hopefully you come back as, I don't even know, whatever you want to be.
Yeah. The Son of God.
Son of God.
Son of God.
All right. Well, let's move on. Speaking of, we'll just continue with some stories of death.
Oh.
A New York City mom has died. Why?
What?
And this is a message for everybody out there, men, women, even dogs. She had a botched butt implant surgery.
Oh, my God.
No.
The problem is she got this surgery in Queens, New York.
In an alleyway?
What?
Never.
In my hometown?
Yes, in your hometown. I'm sorry. You're just not going to get a good procedure in Queens, New York. She went to get her butt implants removed.
Damn. So she was sick of them. She's like, I'm ready to be my regular buttless self again.
Yes. She went to a sham doctor in Queens. She has now died. Jerry, what is her name?
It is Maria Paz Peñalosa.
She's 31 years old. She was initially left brain dead last month after the botched attempt to have the implants taken out
Oh my God.
inside an illegal liposuction clinic in Ditmar Steinway.
Fuck.
Don't
Wow, that
do
sounds
it.
grimy, dude. That
Yes.
sounds so you can't do it. You can't do things to your body in weird like workaround ways.
No, you cannot. An illegal liposuction clinic. Though they can shut those down. The illegal weed stores they can probably keep open.
They can keep those open. That's fine. Something tells me
Yes.
that's not gonna kill us anytime soon.
Right. But yes, going in there, you just want to see like where'd you go to college? You just a couple of questions.
Yeah, just go. Go to Chinatown and get your fake purses there.
Yes.
You get your fake jewelry, your fake watches, all that shit. But don't, if you're injecting things inside you, maybe get it done the right way. Or if it has to be done the seriously workaround way, go to Colombia like everyone else.
Sure. Absolutely. They do it well in
They
Colombia.
do it in Colombia. They do it in Mexico. They do it in the Dominican Republic.
Just not Queens, New York.
Just probably not Queens, New York, with some idiot that you probably went to college with is like, yeah, I got this. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, at least make the trek into the city.
Yeah.
You know? Seriously.
I can suck a bunch of fat out of an ass.
Do
I'll do it right now.
it right.
Well, there are guys that are like running these clinics. They'll show up with like a caulking gun and be like, "Oh, I'll inject this in your ass,"
Yeah.
and it's like cement, and they end up dying. These people are
yep.
fucking ridiculous.
The phony surgeon, his name was Felipe. He then tried to flee, but he was arrested at JFK Airport. Because
Wow.
it is funny when you try to like flee to the most cameraed
Yeah.
place in the world, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
JFK Airport.
Totally.
They will find you.
He probably used his first name too. He's like, "I'm Dr. Felipe."
Yeah, right. Doctor.
He administered lidocaine to the victim through a syringe. That caused her to go into a cardiac arrest.
Oh my God.
This poor woman.
Oh man.
What did he put in the syringe?
Beautiful.
Lidocaine.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ.
Yes. The victim's sister says, "We never imagined this could happen." A friend who went with Maria, so she did have a friend. This is where the friend does have to be like, are we sort of like Jack Nicholson's Joker after he got thrown into a vat? Are we going to an underground doctor here?
Right.
Are we sure this is going to be okay?
Yeah.
A friend who went with Maria called and said she was taken away in an ambulance, but she didn't know how bad it was.
Oh my God.
She is a very beautiful woman.
She is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
And it does. So then they have an image of her in the hospital. And I was going to say, if that was where the procedure took place, it looks kind of legit, but I don't think that was.
Yeah, I think that's where she ended up.
And then this Felipe guy, who is way out of his league, he just seems like a real asshole. The friend added she went there because a friend had already gone there for an operation and recommended him. From the time the ambulance came and while she was in the hospital, doctors were trying to revive her for 2.5 hours.
Shit.
Not good. Apparently, she died from lidocaine toxicity.
Oh my
Lidocaine
God.
generally safe, but it can be toxic if wrongfully administered or with a large injection.
Wow.
His picture here, he looks like he's covered in like a thin layer of moisture.
He looks like he's going to get a Firefest 2 ticket.
He really does.
Yeah.
He
I
looks
just
like
wanna
he's
be cool.
one of the producers of it.
Yeah. I just think it'd be cool to rub shoulders with like the elites.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I want my doctors to be, but clammy is not one of them.
Yeah,
No.
seriously.
Why are you sweating so much, Doc?
Gross.
You'll find out.
Yeah. So I'm not really good at my job. Wait, what was that?
Don't worry.
Just go to sleep.
Just take this lidocaine.
Go to sleep. So the Queen's DA, they say when circumstances change in a case, we re-examine the charges. This remains an active and ongoing investigation, and we cannot provide further comment. But he is being charged with second-degree assault, a felony, as well as unauthorized practice of a profession.
Well, yeah.
That's it?
I mean, I don't know. What's he
Sounds like a murder charge to me.
Yeah.
It should have been.
I guess.
Jesus.
I don't know. Your butt's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone's butt's fine.
My butt's fine.
Everyone's butt's
Do
fine.
some squats.
Just do
You
some
know,
squats.
People demonize the straight man. They do. They come after us.
What? Like the Hank Hill butt? Are you about to bring up the Hank Hill
The
butt?
long back.
No, I'm about to bring out the fact that in no way a man will bury his face in any butt. Pancake butt, big old bubble butt.
Well, speak for yourself.
I'm just saying, I don't think that this is caused because of straight men.
No.
The straight man says, look at that butt.
Well, no.
Whichever one you show me, I'm going to be happy with.
Unfortunately, a lot of girls have like deep levels of body dysmorphia, and
Right.
then you know with the internet and
Because
all
of
the
other
body
women.
shaming. Yeah, no, but and it builds up in a woman's head.
But then also, I do see some of the comments given by straight men, so I understand that as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about AI and how it's being weaponized here in a second.
It's also really sad because she was taking them out.
Yeah.
She was trying to be a little bit better about her self-care.
It must hurt
Yeah.
to have a fake butt.
Yeah, to like be sitting on some random like silicone.
Yeah, it always
and
feels like you're in a
stuff.
chair.
It always feels like you're in like a waterbed cushion.
Yeah.
Like, blah 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 blah. Is that just how regular people with big butts feel? Or we just like
Well, I didn't know butt implants were.
not
I was
a butt between us?
I was so ignorant. I thought that like Nicki Minaj had a real butt. Until
Oh
my
my
friends were like, "No,
God.
that's not real." I was like, "What? I thought that was a real butt." So see, I'm part of the problem.
So many people have fake butts.
I just didn't realize it was
Cardi
such a
B,
thing.
SZA proudly has a fake butt.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was always very self-conscious about not having a butt. And
But then the poop must always plop.
what?
You must always have a ploppy poop
What do you?
because you're hovering. You're never fully on the seat. You're hovering on two pieces of pads.
So you're saying that it's easier for you because you have a lower ground because you're like sit bones to tile to chair.
I have a big no butt,
Yeah.
the white man butt.
So it's like exit and then water right there.
And I got no
smooth surface.
I got no splashback, which is
Yeah.
of course the nature's bidet.
Ew.
Yes, if you can't afford a bidet, just hover a foot, and it'll splash right on up there.
I hate that.
I was in 8th grade in Germany and went to go visit my Oma and Opa, and they had a bidet. I stayed on that for a while. Sat on that for a while. And not exciting. What are you doing in there, Benjamin? Oh, nothing. Just trying to.
Bidets are definitely built by men because they
Right.
always have the button where it's like this one's for the pooper and then this one's for the front butt, if you know what I mean. But then that one is also really far back. I'm just like, I don't think they know where to put the front sprayer to clean up the pee.
Oh, I see.
It's always way further back. I'm scooching all the way back trying to find the water hose. I'm like, you know what? This is dumb. Give me the toilet paper.
All right. Well, let's move on to a potential serial killer.
Whoa.
But we're going back to the New England area.
Oh,
Yes, be very careful.
where crime happens.
There are fears that a serial killer is on the loose.
Oh, no.
Review and investigations has shown there are 7 bodies across 3 states.
Oh.
What?
And they are similar in the way that they were killed. 7 decaying corpses across 3 New England states warrants a review and investigation. Police have tried to shut down the idea that there's a serial killer. However, it does seem as if it is possible.
Those are the 3 victims that died.
Yeah.
There's 7 total victims.
Oh, damn.
Matthew Mangino, a Pennsylvania-based defense attorney, said police in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island should all be working together after the human remains were uncovered.
Oh, dear.
He says, whether it's coincidental or not, I think it merits review and investigation at the very least. Collaboration between the different jurisdictions to determine whether or not there is some threat out there to individuals that may be going on as we speak. We don't know that, but I think it has merit for when it comes to that kind of scrutiny. I mean, it is bizarre.
Yeah.
7 corpses, 3 states,
Similar.
MO.
Yeah.
Definitely seems like the work of one person.
According to Mangino, these different jurisdictions need to get together and compare notes and reports. Were these homicides? I mean, we may have found out that these are natural deaths, or it could be a suicide, or it could be accidental.
Yeah.
So the number one issue is there enough to determine the cause and manner of death? So anyway, be very careful out there.
It's crazy that serial killers are still serial killing in this day and age.
I know, and getting away with it. But I guess upper, New England area, what is that, like Maine and all those areas?
Yeah.
New Hampshire, Vermont. Yeah.
Yeah, they're old school still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very corrupt.
It's very corrupt as well.
Yeah, very corrupt.
And we'll continue to cover that case of that one woman.
Yes. I just watched the Gilgo Beach Killer documentary last night.
Ooh, I've seen it.
And it wasn't until the FBI, the police, state police, they all started working together that they actually found out who did this.
Yeah.
Because when it was just at the local level, nobody was trying to work together, like you said.
Yeah, no one
They all
was-
need to work together.
They really do.
Everybody has different information.
Yo, Lieutenant, what if we called him the Dildo Beach Killer?
Hey.
Yeah. Another day done. Another day done.
Yep.
So the body of Paige Fannin, 35, of West Islip, she was found March 6 in the Norwalk River. On the same day, a human skull was located in a wooded area of Route 3 in Plymouth.
Wow.
On March 19th, the remains of what appeared to be an adult female between 40 and 60 years old, they were discovered near a cemetery in Groton. And 2 days later, Denise Leary, a 59-year-old missing mother of 2, was found in New Haven.
Wow.
Then the body of Michelle Romano, 56, a missing woman from Warwick, New York, was found on March 26 in the woods in Foster. So human remains were discovered in Killingly on April 9th, with another body in Framingham off the Massachusetts Turnpike the next day. It does seem the police should be looking into connections.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. They
They'd
should.
be like, there's a lot of dead people here.
Everyone's, but they always get like they don't want to like rile the audience up, and everyone's like, no, we're not going to say that it's one person just yet, which it totally could. Why?
Times have changed. People want to get their pitchforks out.
Yeah.
Just scare them.
Yeah.
Look, there's a serial killer on the loose.
Like, ah!
And then kids can have sleepovers and be like, ooh, where's the serial killer? It'd be fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not with the one being killed, but if there's a serial killer on the loose, you'll get together.
Yeah.
You have a nice party.
Yeah.
You all just like sleep in the same room, in the living room together.
Wow.
It sounds to me like someone's trying to recreate what Israel Keys did.
He's such a
Israel
nerd.
Keys
Yeah.
do?
I didn't realize he was dead. He traveled
yeah.
around a lot and just like would stash bags and go like years later to find his kill bag and then just go kill somebody that was near it.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
We covered him on last pod, and he is just such a fucking toad.
Yeah.
Such a loser.
Oh my God.
But he avoided detection for so long because he was traveling so much.
Wow. Yeah. Different jurisdictions.
I didn't realize he died so long ago.
Yeah, I believe he committed suicide.
He did,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a little bitch.
Yep.
So according to the Connecticut State Police, they say there is no information at this time suggesting any connection to similar remains discoveries. And there is also no known threat to the public at this time. But Connecticut, please, come on.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
They're like, the investigations are in its early stages. Also, many of these women are of color, which sometimes halts investigations, slows them down a little bit because people don't seem to care as much.
Yeah.
This woman is beautiful, Denise Leary. Look at Denise Leary.
Yeah. They said she was 59. She does not look it at all.
Oh my God. She was 59.
This is another victim, Michelle Romano.
So it's so scary to just be a woman in the world. This is why every time I like walk into like a beautiful pasture, have like a beautiful view of meadows and greenery or a forest, I'm like, I could get murdered here.
Yeah.
And no
That'd be
one
nice.
would fucking find me.
Wouldn't that be nice? I could turn in one of those. I could turn into a dandelion.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, it's scary.
It's scary.
terrifying.
It's
Yeah,
scary.
it's like, look at how amazingly large and empty this place is.
Yeah.
No one would come find me.
Yeah, that's true. I'd find you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd find you. I'd look around. I'd
He'd
look
go
around.
squatching and stumble upon you. At some point.
Oh, yeah. That'd
Yeah.
be fun. Jerry, what are you doing down there? You'd probably still wake up and yell at me.
Like, I got murdered. Come on.
What took you so long? How are you a skull and you're yelling at me?
Yeah.
I'm still mad at you, Ben.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Well, anyway, they are now prompting a Facebook group. It is called New England Serial Killer. It currently has 62,000 members.
Oh.
What?
Yes. So,
Is it like everyone's trying to
do what the police should do.
yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah. Everyone's,
Piece things together.
everyone's detectiving.
Yes,
Yes.
there's also a private investigator that's been hired. The family of Michelle Romano, she wrote, in light of recent comments being made, we know that Michelle's passing is in no way related to any type of serial killer. So perhaps not,
Yeah.
but who knows?
People shit on armchair detectives. That's what the police call anybody at home that's trying to figure things out. But I think
Oh.
the Reddit Bureau of Investigation is a real thing. I mean, it's not an official thing, but it's, a lot of people that at home, they've solved some crimes.
They
Sure.
really have.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate those people.
They've had time to figure things out. Yeah, just like in Don't Fuck with Cats.
Yes,
my
exactly.
God.
Yeah, where they were like they totally like found like just signs in the backgrounds of photos and then went to Google Maps and
The
matched it
vacuum
up,
that was in
and
the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they-
like
Incredible.
Was this Luca
Magnata.
Magnata?
Yeah.
He was. I don't blame his mother, but I don't think his mom really helped.
She's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
She was like, Luca would never do anything like that.
He
Like, have you met him?
said he was on the run from the person that was in Basic Instinct. And
Is that right?
she believes it. She's like, this character, she doesn't realize that the character name he used is from Basic Instinct. And she's like, this guy is coming to kill him.
Wow.
It's like, you're stupid. Just watch the movie.
Yeah, I always kind of give parents a pass.
Ugh.
Sucks. You try everything you can do. You
Yeah.
you feed him, you send him to school.
Sure.
They're still fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm just stupid. Sometimes you just have a dud.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it happens.
In the comments section, any of your kids duds?
I'm
Because you can admit it here.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
quite a dud, but I'm almost a dud.
You're not a dud. You're a stud.
A dud. Okay.
Yeah.
More importantly, a bud.
Any comments thus far?
Aw.
Any comments thus far?
Jeff was saying, was the city really named Killingly? About
Yeah.
the
Killingly
the killings.
Connecticut.
Yeah, there's a Killington in Vermont as well. Lori's saying there's a Killingly in Connecticut and a Killingworth.
Yeah.
What?
A lot of bidet talk. Vanessa's reminding you that it's dirty poo water that splashes back on you.
Yeah. dude.
No.
Fucking- and it's like you
No.
said about the.
Oh yeah, he
pooping
said
where
he's
it's
not in the
like-
splash zone.
No, but it's like you said, where you said it was nature's bidet when it splashes. But also, you've also said before that we can pee but we don't have to poop. But then every time we poop, we pee a little bit. So it's pee water and poo water.
And poo water.
It may very well be pee water, but I would argue that it is not poo water because the water being displaced is from said poo. Therefore, the water didn't have any interaction with the poo. The water got the F out when the shit came in.
That's not true. Like they passed like two ships in the night. They cross by each other, and you're picking up the contaminations. You're pooping into yourself. You're pooping on yourself.
Oh, you're regurgitating.
Well, they do that. Poop implants, poop transplants.
That's not.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah. Oh, Google poop transplant.
Yeah, they do if you're not able to poop anymore.
Oh
No,
my
it's
God.
not that.
No,
It's supposed
like,
to cure the body.
like a healthy fungus or
A
something.
fecal microbiota transplant.
It's horrifying.
Yeah. Well, you want to go to a real doctor for that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you don't.
I could do it.
You're not trying to go to Steinway, Queens to
No.
try to have someone put poop inside you.
Yeah, I got a whole bag of shit.
You want me to
put inside
your ass?
shove it right up.
Doctor, why are you squatting on me?
Hey, kid, come here. You want to look at something?
I'm a doctor.
Opens up his jacket. Look at all this different shit.
Wow.
You want me to put this up your ass?
Whoa.
$15. I'll put it up your ass.
No.
And you'll be cured.
Yeah. Does it work?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Does it work?
It works.
It's usually used to treat C. diff, which is an infection and a serious bacterial infection of the colon.
See?
Oh.
You fucking idiots don't think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure. You're the guy to talk to with the
Yep.
fecal transplant.
Mm-hmm.
Man, You look like you are just riding high. Yeah, new poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some new poop. All right. Well, let's move on to a serious story. It also involves law enforcement. It involves AI. It involves social media. And it involves protests. Be very careful who is riling you up.
Uh-oh.
They very well might not be a real person.
Ooh.
We had this happen in 2015, 2016. There were groups, many Russian groups, some American groups, international groups that would play both sides of arguments and pit two people against each other. And they were the ones who were organizing the entire event.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
anti and pro protesters of
Yeah.
whatever their cause is would be screaming at one another. And then the person who got both groups together was just like, perfect.
Yeah, would just like slowly like walk away and be like, this is my plan.
You idiots.
Massive Blue. That is the name of a New York-based company. They are selling police departments a new technology. This technology is AI-powered force multiplier for public safety. That's what they say.
What is that?
It deploys lifelike virtual agents which infiltrate and engage criminal networks across various channels. That's what they say. Massive Blue lists border security, school safety, and stopping human trafficking among its Overwatch concerns. What it actually does is create AI characters. These include radical AI protest personas.
What?
They pose as, for example, a 36-year-old divorced woman who is lonely, has no children, is interested in baking, activism, and body positivity.
Oh, wow.
Another AI persona in the presentation is described as a honeypot AI persona.
What?
Her backstory is she's a 25-year-old from Dearborn, Michigan, whose parents immigrated from Yemen, who speaks the Sinai dialect of Arabic.
Whoa.
The presentation also says she uses various social media apps, that she's on Telegram and Signal, and that she has a U.S. and international capabilities.
Whoa.
But this is the presentation. We don't know how it goes in the real world. It could be like, hey, gentlemen, do you have the drug weapons?
Oh, we know how it goes in the real
yeah,
world because
that's
my
true.
buddy got scammed with one of these out of $30K.
Oh, shit.
Really?
That version wasn't real. But
Oh,
the bank account
wow.
he sent that money to was.
Right.
Oh, man.
Another persona is a 14-year-old boy. He pretends to be child trafficked. And then there's an AI pimp persona as well, a college protester, an external recruiter for protests, escorts, and juveniles. So this is an example of a protest persona that they will create. Her name is Heidi. She looks real, but she's not.
Whoa.
Her backstory is, again, 36 years old, raised in San Francisco, divorced, no children, hobbies.
Divorced?
They give them a whole
She's
thing.
been through shit.
She's been through shit. And then they also do a thing that I think is interesting because it makes it seem like a real person where they're like, look at all these other social media accounts they have.
Wow.
But it's still just this AI. So most of the time,
seeking meaning is part of her personality.
yeah, seeking
Radicalized. I love it.
going to space, being connected to love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So many times when you're in an argument on whatever these platforms are, whichever one you're on, it might not be a real person.
That's insane.
I would say at this point almost most of the time.
I would say almost most of the time. That's why I don't really.
So you're just wasting your entire fucking life, ruining your day.
Ruining.
Everything is awful because your brain is so pissed off at this nothingness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now cops are paying companies to help them deploy AI-powered bots across social media and the internet to talk people into committing crimes. So what they want,
Why?
because then they can bust them. They want to get people protesting, and then they can arrest them for protesting.
That's so
They're
stupid.
creating crimes.
They're literally
So-
creating crimes.
In some ways, maybe this could be used for sex criminals. It could be good, right? There could be some, you're catching a pedophile. So I
Yeah,
understand.
catching a
There
sex
could be some good stuff.
trafficker, and someone thinks that you're a real girl and is trying to lure you into a spot. Bam! It's an AI bot. You're getting arrested.
That's fine, right?
Yeah.
But I don't trust the net that will be cast because,
Right.
as we've seen with the U.S. Justice Department, they can be a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, and then they're going to send a bunch of random people, citizens, to El Salvador prisons.
So they also vaguely defined what a protester is.
Okay.
So like what you just said there, are you a protester now?
Yeah.
Are we going to go attack Jerry Aquino at Miss _Jerry?
Yeah. Thank you for specifying.
No problem.
The Instagram.
According to Dave Mass, who studies border surveillance, they say this idea of having an AI pretending to be somebody, a youth looking for pedophiles to talk to online, or somebody who is a fake terrorist is an idea that goes back a long time.
Yeah.
They say the problem with all of these things is that they're ill-defined problems. What problem are they actually trying to solve? One version of the AI persona is an escort. I'm not concerned about escorts, he says. I'm not concerned about college protesters. So, like, what is the effective at violating protesters' First Amendment rights? Massive Blue signed a $360,000 contract with Pinal County, Arizona. Pinal County, which is between Tucson and Phoenix, the county is paying for the contract to apparently stop human trafficking. A Pinal County Purchasing Division report states that it has bought a 24/7 monitoring of numerous web and social media platforms and development, deployment, monitoring, and reporting on a virtual task force of up to 50 AI personas across 3 investigative categories.
That's wild.
Yuma County also bought one for $10,000 from Massive Blue.
But it's only as good as the people deploying it. So, like, they could set it up for nefarious reasons and just screw people over.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Or they could be responsible and like seek, like, you know, kids that are thinking about doing some school shootings. Catch those ahead of time.
Yeah, but every kid is going to eventually be like, I want to kill everybody.
Yeah,
And then they're in
true.
prison.
I'm just not
Yeah,
exactly
that's
sure if
true.
I'm trusting the Pam Bondi Justice Department
Yeah.
to not go after
Yeah.
people. And this is what they do in politics. They go after political enemies nowadays. And I could just see this being again, there will be perhaps some good, but the bad, I think, greatly outweighs it because you're just going to have a series of people who are, again, fighting with bots, ruining their lives for no big deal whatsoever, causing social unrest when technically things are okay.
Yeah.
But so Massive Blue, they're going to have a huge government contract coming, and they're not working on any immigration cases. They don't enforce immigration law. Massive Blue support is focused on the areas of human trafficking, narcotics trafficking, and other investigations, is what they say as their selling point.
Well, let's hope.
It's going to like generate AI generated child porn and be like, do you like what you see?
Do you like what you say?
You're like, wait, whoa.
It's like, wait, come on. This is too much of a trap.
Right.
And at that point, isn't the AI committing the crime?
Exactly.
Well, and that's, of course, what they always use for the surveillance state that we live in. They say, well, it's about public safety. And to some degree, it might make things a little bit safer.
Yeah.
But again, what are we doing? And are we officially getting rid of human choice? Do we even have a choice when you go to the supermarket? Is there a choice?
No, there's so many choices.
It's either piss plums or piss pineapples.
Oh my God. not
Everything's
pissing.
pissed on.
Everything's the same piss company.
Oh my God.
Yes.
No.
So anyway, just be very careful for those out there. AI persona types are solicitors, juvenile solicitors, traffickers, Romeo gorilla pimps. They call them Romeo gorilla pimps.
What the hell are those?
Escorts, juveniles, sextortionists, money launderers, external recruiter for
Sextortionists?
yeah. I guess they're all bending around and shit.
Yeah, I know. That's what it sounds like.
Money launderers, external recruiter for protests, and college protesters. So 2 of those things don't really belong. And I think, again,
Yeah.
college protesters, that is an external recruiter for protests.
Yeah.
That is called entrapment.
Right.
And it's just going to create a lot of unrest, as I said. And I do not believe it's good whatsoever. So that's the world we live in now. I remember when Will Smith was eating that spaghetti all wrong. And then everyone's like, oh, AI, I'm scared of AI. Look at Will Smith being stupid. But that's where it is now. So if you are going to be, and you know, college campuses, you know, granted, there's been a little bit of stuff that's happened, like at Columbia and stuff, where I'm like, all right, let's calm down. Let's calm it down, please.
Yeah.
But if you don't protest in college, that's half the point of college.
It really is.
You're supposed, that's your whole thing. It's like First Amendment rights. These are what I think.
Yeah.
And they're going to be kind of extreme because you're new to thinking, like when people find religion for the first time and all of a sudden they walk like Jesus and they wear sandals and you're like, you know, you can wear shoes because it's like different now. I just don't think that they have the will of the people in mind.
No.
And it's very bad. And it's going to be used by law enforcement for very nefarious reasons. So just be very careful.
Very corrupt reasons. I don't like that.
Political suppression.
And they always sell it like, we're going to stop pedophiles. And
I know, right? And then
you can't really disagree.
Don't.
No, they don't. Number one, they don't because the people in charge are.
Yeah.
But number two, that is always like the thing that makes it difficult to argue with because then they're like, what? So you're pro pedophile? It's like,
Right.
no, I'm just.
Right. He's like, no, dude, I just don't want you to use that for the wrong things. And I just.
Yeah. Even To Catch a Predator, they had it on film, on video, everybody committing these crimes or trying to commit the crimes. And they only had like a 30% success rate in convictions.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was watching a YouTube video of like the worst caught ones.
Yeah.
They're so stupid. One dude ate 2 slices of pizza. He sat down with Chris Hansen and he's like, you want some pizza? And he ate 2 pieces. I was like, damn, that guy will be fine in jail.
Yeah, I think that was in Connecticut.
He was like, I'll eat it. I'll eat it. Anyway, again, just be very careful what you read online.
I know.
Most likely you're not even arguing with a person attached to a soul.
I know. Just don't get caught up in the hullabaloo of the arguing online.
Oh, please. You never win. I've tried it, and it just makes you feel horrible.
It's so
because you never
silly.
win. You're
You-
like,
you don't
I
win.
said the thing that's going to get them, and then they say this, and then they're like, reverse Uno, and they're like, they reverse Uno'd me.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, well, your mom.
Oh,
And it's
motherfucker.
like, damn it. Leave my mom out of this.
Well, speaking of soulless, and lastly, the RoboCop has become real. A cyborg 1.0. It has facial recognition with 360-degree cameras for
Whoa.
eyes. It is in Thailand, so it will be coming to the States
Whoa.
very, very soon.
It's way taller than everybody else, too.
Yeah, they made it all tall. It's scary.
Crazy. That's terrifying, dude. That's so freaking. They're just standing next to it.
This
That's
is-
so freaky.
Hey, officer, can I suck your dick? It is.
Holy shit! It's in our clothes. I'm so creeped out.
It is.
No!
And they didn't give it like a face.
Yeah, it's just like a black screen with a blue circle in it. My God, what about when the circle turns red? That's how you know it turns evil.
Talk to my hole.
Yeah,
It's
talk to me.
going, it's going to turn red at one point.
Or maybe it could be the red circle of death, like on Xbox, and that means it's shut down.
Oh, yes, could be.
But I don't think it will. So it has a weapon detection technology, 360 AI cameras, and facial recognition. The RoboCop was deployed for the first time during a festival. In Thailand, the Royal Thai Police introduced the newest member of its team on a post on Facebook. Isn't that fun?
No.
And at first glance, the cyborg blends in with the rest of the force, but it doesn't. That's what they try to say. They're like, it blends in. It's like, no, it doesn't.
No,
it actively
Clearly-
doesn't.
It
Yes.
clearly does not.
It doesn't have a face.
You didn't even try to make it like, wait, what is it doing?
It's just,
It's in like a foam rave party.
yeah. No, they're celebrating
Oh, so
it.
he's waterproof. That's good.
Yeah, he's also waterproof.
Possibly homosexual.
We simply don't know.
Technosexual.
He's technosexual.
So the AI-powered officer is called Police Colonel Nakhan Patham
Oh,
Plod Phi.
flows right off the
that's
tongue.
his
I almost
name.
did that.
Flows right off the tongue.
I almost did that. And it translates to Nakhan Patham is safe. And that's exactly what the police colonel has been designed to do. Keep the
Wow.
place safe. My ace. Keep the place horrified. So its AI technology can also analyze CCTV camera footage and drone footage from wherever it is stationed, allowing it to keep tabs on what's going on. One identified suspect can be closely tracked, and any potentially dangerous instances can be discovered. So the question is, when do it's safety versus surveillance, and what is the marriage between the two? Because yes, when you have or freedom versus safety and surveillance, it's like freedom comes with an innate danger,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, yes, I understand I can go to this event and there might be something happening, but I'm also very free. And then it's like, I can go to this event and be not free at all, but 100% safe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. So I just feel like I would rather have the possibility for a small amount of danger than the possibility for no amount of fun.
That's true. That is usually the trade-off, isn't it?
And there's so many laws, and these AI bots aren't going to be like, well, I smoked a little weed when I was a kid. Get it? They're going to fucking beat the shit. They're like,
that's
no,
so true.
Technically, that is illegal.
Zero tolerance.
That's so true. And honestly, why are they just already making him? He's what, a colonel already?
He's a colonel.
Why didn't he start from the bottom and, like, I don't know, taking like tickets or something? Like be like a ticket police officer. Like he needed to work his way up so he understands the pride and the work that goes into being a RoboCop.
Yeah.
So the cyborg is able to detect weapons, knives, and even wooden sticks, God forbid.
Whoa.
What about if a kid just has a backpack full of pencils?
Boom, 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 boom. You saw him. He had a wooden stick.
Yeah.
This comes after the army of spherical RoboCops were spotted rolling around cities across China.
Creepy.
Chinese robotics company Logon Technology unveiled the RTG autonomous spherical robot in what is described as a technological breakthrough.
Oh boy.
They're designed to assist, and eventually they're going to replace humans, they say. So isn't that fun?
Replace humans.
I just don't want to get a ticket from a fucking machine.
Yeah.
It just prints one out of its chest. You're like, fuck.
Seriously.
Screw you.
Because if it's not a human, then you can't like run up to him and be like, no, I see you, I'm getting in the car.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
He's how about this nice little 20?
Yeah.
Buy yourself a little something at the store.
They could be programmed to be on the take,
So
make
there's
some money.
maybe. I'm sure. I mean, not that RoboCop is like 100% real, but it's going to be. These corporations are evil.
Yeah.
They are
For
going
sure.
to be used to aggressively
Yeah.
control their own narrative.
Wrongfully police.
Yes, like they came against us. We're just trying to make weapons that destroy the world, and they protested us.
Right.
So the spherical RoboCop, that's a ball. It's able to operate on both land and in the water.
Oh my God.
It's practically unstoppable.
Practically.
It can also withstand 4 tons of impact.
Okay, but what if you wait?
And
So what if you just like push it over?
the one that I'm talking about now is the Chinese one, where it's a ball.
Oh my God.
It's a spherical robot.
That's terrifying.
It goes on land and water, and it goes 22 miles an hour, and it can carry up to 4 tons. And it can be equipped with non-fatal police gear like net guns, tear gas sprayers, some grenades, loudspeakers, and sound wave dispersal devices.
Man.
So technically, this would be a really awesome boom box.
Yeah.
Take to the beach.
They actually made our boomboxes cops.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so
Fucking
not
assholes.
cool. That is not cool because that sounds really handy on like a boat.
That does sound handy.
Yeah.
And
Red and blue lights going.
Yeah,
As
red
we-
and blue plays the music, has the lights, has
Galaxy gas coming out of it.
surround sound, and casts a net to catch any fish if you were fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know if they really care about that. I mean, I'm thinking also we are so behind the times.
Yeah.
You know, we have the robot dog in Detroit, or I'm sorry, in Denver, Colorado, but this is all going to be coming to the U.S. very, very soon.
That's so
Yeah.
creepy.
But
I
don't
hate
worry
that.
because celebrities went to space.
Oh, that's right.
I don't trust any human police force that wears these berets. They're always really bad.
That's
Oh, they're
Very
true.
abusive. That something happens with that hat. And they beat the
About
fuck out
that
of
hat.
people.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
never
a
mind
corrupt
this
hat
robot.
right there. Yeah.
I think the beret is just fascinating because on one hand, super gay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The gayest thing you can wear
So
is
gay.
a beret, but then
Yeah.
also exceptionally aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah. And always like straight, and then straight men love to flaunt it around.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing gayer than straight men.
What are you talking about? I just like to hang out with the boys, slap ass, watch other guys fight.
Yeah.
I like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm too straight to touch a pussy.
Yeah.
Yuck. Ack. Gay. All right, let's get to some final comments. What do we got here, chat?
Oh, Lori doesn't want robots going after people.
Nope, don't want
Nope.
to. We've all seen Black Mirror, which is just becoming a documentary.
Yeah. Vanessa's saying they don't look fun like the robots in Star Wars.
No, they don't.
No, they do not.
Vanessa was saying, interesting, Jerry, can AI commit crimes and who is held responsible in that case? The creator of the AI?
Well, that's a good point. What if AI bots troll someone so bad they commit suicide?
Ooh,
It happens.
that probably will
Yeah,
happen.
That could also happen.
Then
Who's responsible?
Is Mission Blue going to be like, take responsibility?
Yeah, then
they're definitely not.
Then they would be like, corporations are not people.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't come after us.
Exactly. No, that was our AI bot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Vanessa also takes back. She concedes because, Ben, you fought the poo water like a lawyer.
Yes.
She concedes.
Vanessa, don't. Oh my God.
Oh, let me have one.
Don't fold like that.
I have lost for 18 consecutive months. Can I please
I'm
get
crying.
a W? It involves shit water.
Yeah, right.
All right.
That's about it.
All right. Thank you all so much for another fantastic week of OK Bud. We endlessly thank you for your support and your kindness. And hopefully we make your days a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right. Also, if you want to support us so we can continue on crushing the show, patreon.com/diebud.
Yes.
And shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Punch a robot.
Yeah.
Even if it's your Roomba, look at your Roomba.
Yeah, that's so true.
Give it a nice little stomp.
Show that Roomba who's boss.
Call it one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Get under its skin a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Hail yourself. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Goodbye.